I'm sorry, I know it's not good. Can we even do this? Easy. And what I really like about this bad boy is that people don't really think that this is the motorcycle. Even cops don't think that this is the motorcycle, so you can allow yourself to do a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? People think that this is just a toy, you know? They don't really perceive this as a legit motorcycle, even though this is a legit motorcycle. It's so fun. You can do so much. And again, the maneuverability and agility of this bike is fabulous, is incredible. It's like a moped, but with a gearbox and with a feeling of a motorcycle, which I like so much. And the emotional burden, if I can even put it this way, is so low. You're not afraid of dropping the bike. You're not afraid of doing anything bad with the bike, because it's just resilient, cheap, easy to fix, and I would say relatively reliable. And I mean, it's quite quick, guys. It's not a slouch. It's not a slow bike. So fun. Hello everybody, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I know that today's video is not going to be for everybody, because today I'm talking about this beautiful Papio. I have made a video where I was doing wheelies, and this video currently has a little over 300 views, so I know that most of you are not interested in a motorcycle like that. However, I have rented this bike to learn wheelies, and eventually it turned out that this is one of the best motorcycles for a city. So I'm gonna just talk about this bike for maybe 5-10 minutes, guys, and then we'll just go with the video. Before we start talking about this bike while riding, of course I need to talk about specifications. So the heart of the beast is this little one-cylinder 125cc engine. It puts out what, 9 horsepower, maybe 9.5 horsepower and 8.5 newton-meters of torque. However, this power will be more than enough. Once you go fast on this bad boy, you need to stop well. And guys, you know what? Even though we have this tiny little brake disc over here, I need to mention that the brakes on this Papio are incredible. You can do stoppies like nothing, so easy. You can stop really well. The car weight of this bike is 114 kilograms. The price of the bike is 8,000 RMB, which is super low. However, speaking about second-hand market, you can get this bike for as low as 3,000 RMB, which is just preposterous. I'm definitely considering buying one of those. Alright guys, listen, I'll just hop on the bike. I need to mention that the seat height of this bad boy is 775 millimeters. Just started. Starts so well. It doesn't sound too impressive, but again, guys, 125cc. Again, we have this little nice dash, which is somehow reminiscent of Yamaha MT-07. Tell me what you think about my comparison. But overall, guys, when I'm sitting on this bike, I don't feel cramped at all. I really feel like it's a very sweet place. I'm 1 meter 85 centimeters, and this bike doesn't feel small to me. When you look at me, yeah, I do look as if I'm a giant on a little bike. Right, guys, first gear. Check this out. I'm saying, the radius of turning is beyond my ability to express. Like, the first time you ride the bike, you'll be so shocked, you'll be so impressed, so much so that one can argue that this radius of turning might be excessive. The most pleasant part about this machine for me is its maneuverability and agility. It just unparalleled. Literally, it's impossible to find a bike which would be more agile. And we can do wheelies, we can do stoppies. This is one of the most fun bikes for the money. Initially, I thought that the only thing I would do with the bike is learning wheelies. I was so wrong, guys. I was literally concerned about my trips. I was like thinking, okay, so for me to learn a wheelie on the bike, first thing I need to do, of course, is to get to the place to learn wheelies. And I was legitimately terrified. I thought it would be super boring. I thought that the commute would be unbearable. I thought I would feel cramped. I thought it would be super slow. I was afraid of the traffic. Yeah, I mean, you can wind it open. You're not afraid of the power, obviously, because we have 125cc, but it's still freaking fun. The top speed, official top speed of this bad boy is 105 kilometers per hour, which is more than enough for a city, especially for a Chinese city. But guys, acceleration doesn't feel too slow. Again, it just feels good. It feels super freaking fun. The only thing I don't like is that from time to time, I'll show you. Just now as I was riding, my bike stalled, and I don't know why, but the only thing we need to do is just to start it again, and now it works. And again, the emotional burden of this bike is so low. You're not afraid to drop the bike. You're not afraid of, I don't know, hit the post with the bike. Like, the only thing you need to think of when you ride this bike is your health, right? Because you don't want to obviously hit the post, because you don't want to face the ramifications of hitting the post, because you're not going to break some bones. But you don't have to think about all those parts on this motorcycle, because it will be so cheap to fix. And this trait and attribute of this motorcycle is truly unique. I like it so much. And again, as I wind it open, like you can see that the bike is still pretty rapid, huh? Force gear, 80 plus kilometers per hour, no problem whatsoever. We're still accelerating. Official acceleration is unknown, but the top speed is supposed to be 105 kilometers per hour. And I feel like it's legit. I feel like we can even go a little bit faster. The gearbox works well, super smooth. The handling is superb. We do not go too fast, so you're not going to face speedo wobbles or something like that, which is pretty cool. Stability-wise, it's pretty stable actually for what it is. Ergonomics is very, very inviting, very friendly, because I'm a tall dude. I'm 1 meter 85 centimeters. I'm considered to be a tall guy for a motorcycle like that, but I still feel very comfortable. And if you're a super short person, you'll be able to ride this bike as if this is the full-blown big motorcycle, which is really cool. And again, guys, I bought it to learn wheelies. I bought it to learn stoppies, and I did manage to learn some wheelies and stoppies on this bad boy, and it was so easy. And I truly believe that this is one of the most safest motorcycles you can get for this job. And you know, I have a girlfriend who was learning how to ride a motorcycle, and back in the day, I bought her NK250, and I do believe that this bike would be better than NK250 for sure. First off, it's easier to flat foot. It feels like a toy in a good sense. It's more maneuverable. I would say that it's easier to brake. You're not gonna drop the bike as often as a bigger motorcycle like NK250, even though it's funny to consider NK250 a big motorcycle. But still, I truly believe that this bike would be a better learning tool compared to any other motorcycle. And not only this little Papio, but any other little motorcycle for this reason. So I was extremely surprised. I did not think that I would like this bike so much. And guys, I rode this bike for a month. Tomorrow would be the last day for me of riding this little bad boy. And I did not think that I would buy this bike, but now I'm truly considering buying one of those. I feel like this is the perfect second motorcycle because it's super cheap. You don't have to waste tens of thousands of RMB or dollars to buy your second bike. Again, the emotional burden of this motorcycle is super low, so you'll never be able to think, oh shoot, I have the second motorcycle, I don't have a place in garage, oh shoot, what if it would snow, what if it would rain? Oh, you don't think about that because this motorcycle is so cheap and still relatively reliable, so you'll not think about it too much. And for me, this is the hell of an advantage because I don't have a garage. I have to keep all my motorcycles outdoors. This motorcycle can ride for over 100 kilometers per gas tank, and we have what, 7 liter capacity, which is pretty good. So each time I spend like 35-40 RMB to fill the gas tank, and then I just ride for ages. And again, do you see any other cars around? No, you don't, because I'm the fastest motherfucker around. I'm so fast. Oh yeah, such a nice motorcycle. So if you'll be able to overcome the social judgment of you riding this little tiny motorcycle, you'll be able to enjoy a bike like this so much. Initially I was a little skeptical. I thought that people laugh at me. I thought that I would not look serious on the bike like that. But right now, in the end of the day, I understood that I don't really care. Because when you ride something like that, like, you understand that this is as much as you need for a city. Everything else is gonna be redundant. It will be too freaking much and it will be too excessive. I'm sure that all those guys who are running big bad motorcycles, they look at you, look at you, little boy, you're riding a toy like this, but then you pull a wheelie and they're like, oh, whoa, wait a second, guy, so you're a skillful rider. I really want to compare this bike to Honda Grom. However, unfortunately, this bike is not available. But simultaneously, guys, I need to mention that in China there are so many little bikes like this, and they're super affordable, they're super cheap, and there are some motorcycles with bigger displacement, and I can't wait. These are legit monsters for learning things. I'll show you the radius of turning. It's not even freaking funny, dude. Look at that. Look at freaking that. That's impressive. That's very impressive. I would even call this radius of turning excessive. I feel like it will be too much for some people. Again, we don't have ABS, we don't have traction control, we have only things I need. This was my humble opinion, this CFMOTO PAPIO. By the way, here's a funny fact for you. In China it's not called PAPIO, it's called Feifei. Yeah guys, let me know what you think about this little motorcycle in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. I hope that I'll be able to review all the other small displacement little bikes for you, because right now I'm genuinely curious. Yeah guys, please stay safe, and as always, I see you in my next videos. Bye bye everybody, take care.